Fireman Sam, Annual 2010. Best foot forward. Sarah and James are at the cafe. They had been collecting mussels to eat. Norman had never tried them before. They're crunchy. Are they cooked? The twins giggled. Norman, that's the shell. Look, you're supposed to eat the soft bit inside. Norman liked them. Did they come from our beach? Can I collect some? Charlie and Bronwyn thought it was a great idea. They got their buckets and promised to set off straight away. The tide had gone out, so the mussels would be left on the rocks. At the fire station, Elvis was at the station, learning how to cut things with the jaws of life. Sam promised Elvis to use them next time when they were needed. And I'm looking forward whenever Cridlington burns the Sunday roast, Station Officer Steele grins. Mike Flood was working. There we go, he said. Just lean that wood. There. Then let's find the paint. Mike climbed inside the back of his van. Bang! The door slammed shut. The wood got wedged. Mike was stuck. Oh, it's a bit dark in here, isn't it? Help! Better call Fireman Sam. At the fire station, Station Officer Steele picked up the teleprinter message. Mike Flood trapped in his van, he said as he sounded the alarm. Sam and Elvis arrived to the rescue. Sam and Elvis grabbed their helmets, jumped into Jupiter, and a minute later, Sam and Elvis arrived to rescue Mike. Elvis brought the jaws of life. Don't worry, Mike, we'll have you out in no time. Sam gently pushed Elvis away. Instead, he moved the wood and opened the doors to let Mike out. Sorry, Elvis, but the jaws of life are only for emergencies. We don't need them every time. Oh, we've got another call from Station Officer Steele. Lion is stuck in the tree. Sam and Elvis said goodbye to Mike and climbed into Jupiter again. Elvis grabbed the jaws of life and rushed to where Lion was. Sam looked at him. Elvis! Elvis gave a big sigh. He put down the jaws of life and got out a ladder instead. Sorry, Sam. You're right, of course. Meanwhile, the children were at the beach. The twins showed Norman how to twist the mussels of the rocks, but Norman was getting impatient. They were collecting loads more than he was. Norman wandered off to find more mussels. The rocks were slippy. Whoops! His foot slipped and got stuck. He pulled and pulled, but it wouldn't come out. Help! He yelled. Call Fireman Sam. At the fire station, Station Officer. Back at the station, Sam and Elvis were just arriving at the fire station. You know, Elvis, he said, the jaws of life aren't used for any other emergencies. Maybe next time you can do some. Back at the beach, Norman's foot was stuck. Call Fireman Sam, said Charlie. At the fire station, Station Officer Steele picked up the second emergency message of the teleprompter. Somebody hurt amongst rocks on the beach, he said. Sam and Elvis grabbed their helmets and jumped into Jupiter again. And Sam and Elvis soon arrived. Elvis had the jaws of life in his hands. He looked at Norman, then bent down to the water. Right, Norman, let's just untie your shoelace. Can you get your foot out now? Good stuff. Elvis helped Norman struggle out of his shoe. One more thing, said Elvis, and this time he used the jaws of life. There we go, your shoe. Thanks, Elvis, said Norman. Where's the lucky bucket? Back at the Wholefish Cafe. Norman, Sarah, James and Charlie were back at the Wholefish Cafe. Well, since Lion the cat was stuck up the tree, I found the lucky bucket. Yay! They all cheered. The end.